To give you a little bit about the lunchroom program. Thank you, whoever pressed that. The lunchroom is modeled after the boardroom. So it's an 8-week pitch competition targeting 7th through 12th graders. It's the brainchild of myself, Kala Stallworth, and Jeremy Schwartz, both of the School to Career nonprofit. This program introduces students to the basic business skills needed to create a new social or technology-based venture. And this outreach program was graciously funded by a seed grant from the Hill District Community Engagement Center STEAM Studio. So over the last 8 weeks, the students have been meeting virtually with university and community practitioners to learn about the different aspects of the startup process and to develop skills in ideation, product creation, business planning, and pitching. So today's program is a showcase of those ideas that the students have been developing. And like I said, we're very excited and we are so proud of the students' ideas and the work that they have put into their ideas. So we have an esteemed panel of volunteer judges today for the competition. Diamante Walker is the Deputy Executive Director of the Urban Redevelopment Authority of the City of Pittsburgh. Paul Petrovich is the Assistant Director of Business Development at the University of Pittsburgh Innovation Institute. John Cordier is the CEO and co-founder of Epistemics, a software company here in Pittsburgh. Philip Brooks is the COO of OK to Stand Up and the president of Brooks Consulting, LLC. And we have also Richard Witherspoon, the CEO of the Hill District Federal Credit Union. Miss Regina Brown, a historic Hill District resident, Pittsburgh native, and retired dietetic tech for nutrition and public health. Kit Ayers, the director of the Pitt Center for Creativity, and Daniel Lavelle, the Pittsburgh City Councilman and champion for social and economic justice here in the city of Pittsburgh. So we are so happy to have our esteemed panel of judges here that will be judging the students' presentations. So the students will be giving 5-minute pitches on their early stage ideas, and the judges will have 2 minutes for Q&A and scoring after each presentation. The students will be judged on 4 different categories, including ideation, business planning, their actual pitch, and overall impression. After the final tabulation, monetary prizes will be awarded. We are offering 4 prize levels. Grand prize is $500. First runner-up, $350. Second runner-up, $250. And a $100 honorable mention. So without further ado, let's just jump into this. We'll have our first student presenter. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that he can bring up his presentation. Mr. Armani Little, can you kick us off?
Yes, I can. Let's do this. Okay. Hello, my name is Armani Little. I am a junior at CHR High School. I plan to open up a community cafe for people who are experiencing food insecurity. I've been wondering about why this is such an issue all over the world for many generations, and I want to start solving this problem here in Pittsburgh. I guess in my mindset, being rich or poor, it doesn't matter where you are, you can still be surrounded by poverty and other economic hardships that can affect your way of living. This is my logo. This is the logo I created for my business. It represents the passion that I have for saving people being food insecure. And for my solution, I want to help people, I want to save people from food insecurity. I will accept alternative forms of payment from my regular paying customers, and those who can't really afford to pay for food, it will give for free. I will also donate $600 worth of food to the Salvation Army for 50 meals each month. I'll also have a fundraising committee that will collect payments from the regular paying customers. That money will be donated to the community. There will be a drive-through service with Grubhub or Postmates where a driver can pick up the food and pay for it to give it to the people with those food insecurities. And to end on a positive note, I know that my target market, my customer, they're really dealing with economic hardships that are really overbearing. And one statistic that I found that was really important to imply this target market was 60,000 residents in Pittsburgh. They struggle to have healthy, adequate, and culturally appropriate food, whether it's for religious reasons or other reasoning. 1 in 5 Pittsburgh residents is food insecure. Eventually, I would like to have restaurants worldwide to combat food insecurity wherever it is. And the difference from me and my target market, I am technology based and my prices are less expensive. My business model is business to consumer. We will use profits for regular paying customers to fundraise. This money will allow my restaurant to provide assistance and support for people experiencing food insecurity. Eventually, this money will also allow me to give people the opportunity to have their own garden by giving them supplies. We will use a CSA or subscription box for both regular paying customers and those who have food insecurities in order to achieve our goals. Our goal is to create a revenue for both the business and the community. We are different from other restaurants because we don't participate in existing efforts. Those existing efforts become a part of our business model, meaning that they are a part of our foundation as a business. And to reach people, I want to use social media, blogs, referrals, Grubhub, Postmates, and other services. What else? Oh, I'll also do community fundraising where people can actually get the meals, get a lot of meals per month. Now for my future roadmap, I want to focus on returning customers, sales, and reviews because those are the top 3 important categories of my business. I also want to focus on a support system where those reviews will actually come in. We can use those reviews to build our business better and stronger and to build the community better as well. I'll also use renovations. These renovations will help me to succeed my business in the near future, and they will also help with my revenue. And using the support system and the renovations, I can make progress. I can actually track my goals of my business. You ask, if I was to get the $500, I would use that money towards my Safe Serve certification, cooking classes, and Salvation Army so that I could donate meals to the community. Like have my own community kitchen and actually prepare those meals and serve them to the community. This is again my logo and again my tagline. I forgot in the beginning. It was soul food is godly food. And my contact information is Lynn Swan. Well, my email is lynnswan3604. My Facebook, Armani S. Little. Instagram, same thing. So thank you for your time and your ability to actually listen to my business model and what I want to do in the near future. And I hope I can really see you again in the near future. And you have a blessed day. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Armani. That was wonderful. Okay, so we have 2 minutes for Q&A and for scoring from our judges. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask Armani.
Armani, you talked about a certification that
Yeah.
you're looking at. How long is that certification class, or what do you have to do for that?
I guess I'll have to do that for my business in both my community. I'll have to use that safe certification for that community. Yeah, I'll have to like put in like 16 hours or so for that safe certification.
Okay. And is there a cost for that?
Yeah, there is a
Okay.
cost for that. It's an extreme cost.
Marnie, I have a question about sustainability. Do you think that government entities and the private sector, in terms of corporations and things like that, have a responsibility to help with food insecurity? And how would you go about attracting those resources so that you can continue your effort?
I think yes, they do. I'll have to track those resources, get a lot of information about food insecurity, and I would like to use those resources to actually combat food insecurity, like worldwide.
Okay, well, it'd be good just to start here in Pittsburgh and work your way out.
Yeah, yeah. In Pittsburgh, yeah.
Armani, you mentioned religious reasons as one factor in food insecurity, and I wondered if you could expand on that a little bit, particularly in terms of how that might affect your decisions about menu or other food items in those boxes.
I might want to make changes to my menu according to religious reasons. Like, say, if a person of a specific like region or a specific religion can't really eat that type of food, or that can't eat pork or can't eat beef, or they're from another part of the world, I would change that. I would change my menu to accustom their needs.
Thank you.
Do you have a sense of how much it's going to cost to open up?
Yeah, I really do. I really think it's going to be more than 50 grand, I would say.
And are you aware of anyone else who does anything similar to what you're proposing?
Not really. Not really aware of anyone who does similar work that I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm not really aware.
Are there any other questions for Armani? Okay, let's give a round of applause for Armani. Thank you, Armani. Okay, our next presenter is Jasmir Bates. Jasmir, if you'd like to get your screen up.
Okay. Screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, hi everybody. My name is Jasmir Bates, and I am the owner of Kenneth Duncan. Kenneth Duncan is a youth entrepreneur and creative brand owned by 14-year-old fur kit designer Jasmir Bates. As the only child, my small dog Socks fulfilled the sibling role. After daily walks of wearing the handmade matching shirts, other pet owners expressed their interest. I noticed there wasn't a lot of matching shirt ideals, so I decided to pitch my ideal to Circle Greater Pittsburgh to land a spot at my own storefront located at the Gallery on Penn in East Liberty. Kenneth Duncan allows pets to match with their favorite human. We create handmade pet t-shirts, fleece coats, pet bandanas, paw balm, and cotton masks. Our customization options allows us to have a unique advantage over big box stores. It's always rewarding to make a custom fur kit coat who can't find its exact size in store, and custom pet bandanas with a special theme for important occasion. Here is our target markets. We like to target people who are pet lovers, or they may have some friends and families that have involved with their pets. Our goal is to allow pet owners to spoil their fur kits just like human kids. In 2019, we attended over 20 vending shows to meet new fur kits in Pittsburgh and surrounding areas. Due to COVID-19, we had to close our storefront and quickly pivot to mask making. To grow and sustain during the pandemic, we have collabed with other small businesses to expand Kenneth Duncan's products. During the pandemic, I have created and shipped over 1,000 mask orders. To help others during the 2020 pandemic, Kenneth Duncan partnered with Circle Greater Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh Animal Aviation Team to host a dog food drive donation to help pet owners who may have lost their jobs and couldn't afford pet food. Also, to make a social impact, we like to help pet owners find their lost pets by spreading the word on our social media platforms. This winter, I have created and sold 52 dog coats and 15 dog pajamas to keep pets warm. On average, these items cost $7 to make and all materials, and to make a half an hour to cut and sew. These items are for sale for $30 to $35, allowing me to profit $28 for a half an hour to spend making the pet gear. 20% of Kenneth Duncan's profit is saved to purchase a building. We have a 3 to 5 year goal to rehab a building to make a space for dogs, for dog daycare, boarding, bakery, and boutique. We're thinking that this building maybe cost up to $1,500 to make it. Kiss your fur kits for me and bundle them up in Kenneth Duncan gear during the winter season. Visit us and follow us on social media, our website, kennethduncan.com, to spoil your fur kits. You can also find our items in other storefront locations like the Andy Warhol, Love Pittsburgh, and the South Hills Giant Eagle. Thank you very much.
Yay, good job, Jasmir. Are there any questions from our judges for Jasmir?
So yes, I do have a question for you, Jasmir. If you were to win the contest, how would you invest the winnings in your business?
I'll probably invest more of it into fabric because everybody's creating masks. So fabric really went up during the pandemic, plus express shipping. So I'll spend it on fabric and some vending events. So like to get the fabric, the inventory, and stuff like that.
Wonderful, thank you.
No problem.
Hi, Jasmir, this is Phil. How have you been able to make your sales so far since COVID when you've had to do it?
Well, we had to basically completely close down our storefront. So it was just me practicing on a mask. And then we basically told everybody on social media that we were doing masks and stuff. And then that's when everything just started to blow up. We was really in a contest for Best Pittsburgh in Business, and we won second place for our mask making. So that really helped us with our mask making and our business.
Thanks.
So, Jasmir, after the pandemic is settled and we no longer have to wear masks, down the road, how do you plan on continuing your business?
I plan on, before COVID hit, we were supposed to go to Las Vegas because there was going to be a pet expo up there. So we wanted to do marketing up there because Las Vegas is big with dogs too. So that COVID came, we wasn't allowed to do that. So I hope, fingers crossed, that they replan the pet vending show so we will be able to market there and maybe get involved with some other businesses.
Any other questions for Jasmir? We're going to make sure that we're scoring as we hear the presentations. Okay. Thank you so much, Jasmir.
No problem.
Applause for Jasmir. Our next presenter is Lamaya Holiday. Lamaya, do you want to start sharing your screen?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Lamaya. I attend City Charter High School. Some teens become overloaded with stress. When this happens, it can lead to anxiety, withdrawal, aggression, physical illness, or poor coping skills, such as drug and alcohol. On average, according to eTalk Therapy, each session is $65 per hour. Of the world's population, 1 in 6 people are aged 10 through 18, and more than half of them suffer from stress or depression. This issue is important to me because I've had friends who have suffered from stress and wish they had someone who listened during that time. My solution to this problem of teen mental health is I created a partner talking group that connects the teens to learn techniques on how to cope with stress and bullying, engage in positive exercises, and also give them an outlet to talk. For this service, I'm targeting teens 10 through 18 who would prefer to speak with their peers and parents who are looking for inexpensive options. My business is a B2C model. To make my business profitable, I will be charging a small weekly fee of $15 to cover with the email and Zoom meeting fees. For this business to succeed, there are a few things I need to do, such as survey different teen groups and create individual or group exercise plans. I'm looking for feedback or suggestions for my idea and how it could be improved. You can contact me through my email. Thanks for listening.
Okay, thank you, Lamaya. Can we have a round of applause for Lamaya? Good job. Are there any questions from our judges?
I have a question. In the group, when the teens are chatting with one another, will there be someone who is sort of a licensed counselor to also talk with them?
No, that's what makes us different. Instead of it being like adults or therapists, it would be people your own age or people who you can relate to.
Okay, I understand.
Is there a particular number of people that are ideal for the discussion sizes or the group sizes?
Teens.
How will you address privacy?
It would just be like it would be partnering, but only with one person, not with a group of people.
Lamaya,
Idea of how much it will cost to launch your first session?
No, not really.
Lamaya, would you have participants do a little training beforehand and things like, I don't know necessarily if it would have to be suicide prevention, but at least knowing the resources and how to direct people to other kinds of professional help?
It would be people who've been through or they already know about, or they've been through what they're going through. Like they've already experienced it, but we are going to train them also.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any other questions for Lamaya? Okay, we're going to make sure that our judges are scoring as folks are presenting. Our next presenter is Reynald Durham. Reynald, do you want to put your screen up? And you're going to have to speak a little bit louder. We're having that audio issue again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Reynald Durham, and I go to SATech. I'm a sophomore at SATech, and my business plan is called Black Doctors for Us, Making Change for an Aware Future. Who are we? We are a mental health nonprofit that seeks to raise awareness to teens in urban areas. We do this by managing a website that identifies nearby therapists of color and educational resources about mental health. The backstory. There are not many therapists of color. According to American Psychological Association, roughly around 5% of therapists are Asian, 5% are Latinx, 4% are Black, and 1% is multiracial. The importance of having a diverse therapist is that they may have empathy more to you rather than sympathy. And sometimes when you have a therapist, you want to have someone who understands you more. And that's why we wanted to have empathy. In urban areas, I want to raise mental health such as depression and self-harm, specifically in urban areas, because according to urban design, mental health in cities are associated with higher rates of mental health problems compared to rural areas. Almost 4% higher risk of depression, over 20% more anxiety, and double the risk of schizophrenia, in addition to loneliness and isolation of stress. I know someone who's my grandmother, she has schizophrenia, and because mental health isn't something that's very important in urban areas, that she doesn't take her medicine because she doesn't believe she has a mental health. So it worsens over years because awareness isn't raised in urban areas. Teens try to hide their mental health and depression from their parents because they feel that their parents won't understand them due to stigmas. According to ParadigmTreatments.com, teens try to hide mental illnesses from their families and friends because of a stigma that makes it hard for them to talk about it. I know people like friends who hurt themselves and do self-harm and have depression, and they don't go to their parents because they feel like their parents won't understand them or won't believe them. And it's a stigma that happens a lot. And so this is why it's important for me to run this business and start this business, because it affects me as well as others when other people have mental health issues. The solution to the problems that I just spoke about is to create an online platform to locate therapists of color, raise awareness about mental health in community outreach through the website, have monthly presenters and webinars for various aspects on mental health, and have outreaches in schools, juvenile courts, and in doctors' offices. My marketed customers are people who seek therapists, people who want knowledge on mental health, high school students, and also their parents, as well as schools. My business model is that I will have a nonprofit, and it'll be grants, federal, state, and local, individual donations, and fundraising/donations from other people. My future roadmap is how I will know I'm succeeding in my business. And it's when I have identified Black therapists matched with clients, the money made from fundraising and donations, the number of communities I reached out to. And post-graduation, I want to own my own office of therapists of color. The reason I want to win this money, I would use it for fundraising for the creation of the website. From my research, I found that running a website and also creating a website costs around $1,000 and $50 each month. So each year will be around $1,000. And I want to be able to network with healthcare professionals, which may also cost to go to webinars and things like that. You can contact me through the email blackdoctorsforus@gmail.com. Thank you. You can ask any questions that you may have.
Good job, Reynald. Thank you. Are there any questions for Reynald?
Thank you for your, go ahead, Phil.
Question in terms of how will you start the process of identifying the relevant Black doctors to include on your website?
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you very well.
Yeah, how will you identify the doctors that you'll add to your website? What's the process you're going to use?
Research, because there's not many therapists of color, so research helping me find therapists of color, and I will reach out to them and make sure they're legit, so that on my website, it'll be easy for me to just have clients find Black therapists. And then once I graduate from college and get my master's and bachelor's degree, I want to have my own business to where I have Black therapists in my own office so that it will be easier. Instead of researching Black therapists, I will have my own office so I can connect with them.
Reynald, would you have the flexibility if there happens to be someone in academia that isn't a person of color, but has a blazing track record for working with the audience of your outreach, which from my understanding, it's young people, teens, or maybe children in middle school to teens out of high school. Will you have a flexibility, or is it a mandate that you will only staff people of color?
I will be open to staffing people who are not of color, but my main focus is to have people of color.
Thank you. So Reynald, my question was related to youth who may be uninsured or underinsured. Do you have a plan for how you address those needs within the communities that you're targeting?
Currently, I don't, but I want it to be a nonprofit, so I don't want them to have to worry about money as much as possible. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions for Reynald? Okay, great job, Reynald. Thank you so much. Okay, we have up our next presenter is Reynald Durham. You want to share your screen, Reynald?
Yes. Can you see it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, my name is Reynald Durham. I'm a senior at Westinghouse High School. My business is Diabetic Support on the Go. Put a thumbs up in your reactions if you know someone with juvenile diabetes. It's more common than you might think. To me, it's unbelievable that over 83,000 deaths were attributed to diabetes in 2017. The problem I want to solve is juvenile diabetics not having the support group that they need to manage their diabetes. They don't have that support that others have with diseases. And sometimes not having that support can become overwhelming and depressing and lead to a diabetic suicide. Also, there are a lot of places you cannot find sugar-free options. It is so hard to find something sugar-free to eat as a diabetic. Another problem is that teenagers manage their diabetes poorly, which can also lead to death as well. I've searched for an app where I can get support when I'm really not feeling my best on that day, but have not found one yet. The biggest problem now is that COVID has stopped face-to-face support, so it's harder for diabetics to have that support. This problem exists for kids with juvenile diabetes. To solve this problem, I want to create an app that allows diabetics to talk with other diabetics. It would be almost like a Facebook feed, just to give you guys a visual. Whoever is willing to share their story or give advice can. I'm a diabetic myself, and not having that support to talk to someone who understands or who's struggling with the same thing is hard. And them sharing their problems and how they work through them would be really helpful. I want the sugar-free locator to be somewhere for you to look up what local stores or places you can order whatever sugar-free option you want. I've gone to restaurants plenty of times and they have no diet or sugar-free drinks that I can have. And I've gone to stores and searched for any sugar-free snack I really wanted, but nobody I searched had them. I don't want to sell anything. I want it to be free to get support. I want sponsorships and to get paid by companies for advertising. I want this app to work through one simple click of a button, nothing too complicated or advanced. Everything in my app would be through phases. So I will start by presenting the support groups, and then I will have the glucose tracking system. Then I'll go into the recipe page and then the sugar-free treats locator. My target marketers are teens who need that motivation. This app will not only be to help others, but to help myself as well. I want doctor referrals, the American Diabetes Association, and local stores to be connected. I'm a nonprofit. I will get money by sponsorships. I want my business to be bigger than those few ideas that I already said. I want people to recommend my business by word of mouth. I want my app on iOS and Android, and I want a guerrilla market. My future roadmap is to figure out how to make the app, as hospitals to provide marketing materials in their waiting rooms, as pharmacies to include marketing materials with every prescription they hand out. It's more challenging now because of COVID and we're closed in at home. Some face-to-face support groups are no longer running. I want to have the app up in the next 6 months. All I would ask is for the support of you guys, and if you know of anyone with diabetes, to tell them about my app and the expansion into the phases that I already said. I've had diabetes for over 10 years, so I know how hard it is, and I know how much I need that support from other diabetics. I was just so lucky to have a mother who helped me walk through the process of having this illness. Others aren't so fortunate, and my app can help save the lives of people who struggle so badly because they don't have that emotional support. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Rainique. That was wonderful. Any questions from the judges?
Hey, Rainique, this is Paul. Great presentation. Have you looked at competitive apps and how will your app be different than competitive apps?
Yes, I've looked for apps that have that support, like I can talk to other diabetics, but there's no app like that. So the only competitor I would have is like managing the diabetes in that part, but the support, nobody has that.
Okay, thank you.
Anik, do you have somebody in mind or a vendor in mind to develop your app?
I was looking up people or prices to develop the app, and it's expensive. So once I get that money to develop the app, it's like over 40,000. So then I can figure it out from there.
If you had to add one or two people to your team, I know you said you wanted to have an app launched in 6 months. Who else would you want to add to your team to help you out?
So that's a good question, because I only know myself that's a juvenile diabetic. So I would need someone to help me develop the app. I don't know. I'll have to do research because I don't know. I mean, my mom will help me, of course, because, you know, it's my mom. But I don't know who else. I would want another diabetic, so I would find somebody else, or I would ask my doctor.
Rainique, do you know if there are social media communities, Facebook communities that provide some of the supports that you contemplate in your app?
So I did look on Facebook, and Facebook's just messy, and they don't have that juvenile diabetes support.
Okay.
So, no.
Thank you.
Reynald, as a father with a child with a chronic illness, I can really empathize, and I completely understand where you're coming from with trying to deal with this with your diabetes, because it's hard enough for healthy children, you know, but with you with a chronic illness, it's even that much tougher. So I just want to, even if you're not successful in this competition, don't be discouraged. Keep going forward. Keep trying. Get this, find support group resources. You can even start with places like Children's Hospital, for example.
You're leaving early.
To see if they can, if there are other students with that issue, where there can be a gathering of people in that with that situation, where you can exchange ideas and encourage one another. So, you know, don't be discouraged. Keep going forward, because it's a lifelong issue that you have, and until they find a cure, it's not going to get better. You know, I just want to make a comment on that question.
Thank you.
Great job, Rainey. Okay, our next presenter is Trinity. Hello, Miss Trinity. Want to get your screen going?
Hello, everybody. My name is Trinity Madison. I'm a freshman at University of UPrep Milans. So when thinking about a worldwide issue I could help fix, my man automatically thought of COVID and the pandemic. I lost somebody very special to me. My grandma died from COVID in May, and I have others that are very special to me also that are vulnerable during this. So I came up with the super mask. The problem is that there are multiple diseases that can cause difficulty breathing. There are 25 million Americans with asthma, 541,000 Americans with lung cancer. These are just issues that have the result of the effect of the lack of breathing. Sorry, 1 second. So solutions. So I'm providing a silicone filtered mask. It's a silicone bracket, but it's modified with a regular mask. You can pick it up from any store, but mine is installed into it so where it doesn't move. Now you can see in the picture I have where this is how their mask is, and this is the difference from mine. My target market. So individuals with respiratory diseases, claustrophobic people, and my difference from others is this picture right here. So that is their mask. This is how, when you can buy these brackets from Amazon, but mine is installed in where it doesn't move and you can't take it out. My mask. This is my mom and my stepdad. See this mask right here this is before the first picture is with no bracket. It's all over your face. It's touchy. It's feely. It's uncomfortable. And then the second one is my mom with my mask on. And then the other one is the same pictures, but with my stepdad. This picture is with no mask on, no bracket, and this is with my mask. My business model. So I'm doing business to customer, just to have that connection with my customers where I'll have more inventory or just like just customers, period. My product reviews, that's how I plan to have a good business with reviews and people telling others how my business is good. My finance. So my estimated total investment was $120 per mask. It's $1.20 per mask to make one mask. My sales, I'm selling my mask for $12 per mask, and I get 90% profit back. My future roadmap, how I plan to expand my business and how I plan to succeed. So reinvestment, any money that I make, I plan to put it back in my business. I need reliable customers. I feel like that connection with your customers to actually expand and have a good business is also very important. My social media presence, I'm going to talk about that in my next slide. Basically, just me having that presence on social media where others will want to buy from me. My expansion for my business. So, 1 second. My advertisement. I feel like that's very important to have a good business. I will advertise through all of these apps. I have popular apps. So I plan to, I plan to expand my business through Etsy. I did some research yesterday. I plan to make a website on Etsy. It's only 20 cents to make a website, by the way. And these are just apps that these were just consideration. I have Amazon, AliExpress, you have TikTok. TikTok is a social media. I plan to post videos on there to get more expansion and get popular off of there. Flyers. I feel like flyers is just something you can do to expand your business anyway. I live in the Hill District, so I know I have that support from my peers and just my community, period, to actually expand my business. My success, I'll always be professional. I feel like at any age that's more important. But being that I'm young and I'm looking forward to being a young entrepreneur, I feel like professionalism is always key. Organization, I plan to have a website, so I always plan to be organized so I can ship orders out and contact my customers through email, phone number, etc. Open-minded, I always take constructive criticism. If you don't like my mask, that's fine. If you don't want to purchase my mask, that's fine. The ask, startup money. So if I do win this money, I plan to use the money to start up my business, actually, to start an Etsy market, Etsy market, sorry about that. And investment advice. I feel like I'm good with money by myself, or like just smart-minded when it comes to money, and also my mom, but I feel like coming from investors, that advice could be very helpful. contact. Here's my email. I plan on making my own email. I just didn't have the time to. Been very busy, but this is my email, my personal email. You can email me here if you have any questions. Thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it.
Great job, Trinity. Thank you so much. All right. Any questions from our judges for Miss Trinity?
Trinity, I was wondering with these masks, are they disposable or are these ones that you would wash and wear again?
Yes, ma'am, hand wash.
So Trinity, when you think about people adopting like your mask versus other masks, what's like the real difference that that you're offering to them? Like what's going to really make them say, you know what, I want to go with Trinity's mask over some other one?
So like I said in the picture, see, this is how you order a mask, right? It's like this. You put it inside and you're supposed to put it like this, like on it.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is how it's coming out. My mask, it doesn't move. This is mine. It's installed inside of it, so it don't move. And you put it on, and it's outward. You can breathe better, and it's not touching your face. Because I thought about claustrophobic people, also, in case they wanted to purchase it. There's not strings everywhere, and it's just on your face like that.
Cool. Thanks for demoing.
Great demo. So are the filters, are the inserts, are those silicone? How do you address if somebody has an allergy to that material is my first question. And the second question would be, how much use can you get out of one filter? Like how many times can you wear that same prototype that you showed us?
I would say 2 to 3 weeks, about a month, you know what I mean? Because in case you hand wash it probably once a week, that would be best. And for people with allergies, I'm not even going to lie, because I know a lot of people have sensitive skin. So I probably wouldn't recommend it if you do have sensitive skin or your skin doesn't react well with silicone. I wouldn't recommend the mask.
Okay, thank you.
How will your business model change and or adjust when the society starts slowly moving away from wearing masks? For instance, in Texas, they've already said that in about another 2 weeks, they're going to no longer require masks.
That's fine. So I plan on donating any mask that I've made. I plan on donating it to high rises for older people. Because I know, like, when people say, like, you know, you don't have to wear a mask. I know a lot of people that's still going to wear them just for protection for themselves. And also nursing homes. I feel like that's very important because that's where my grandmother personally got COVID. Nursing homes can get the mask. I plan on donating them. You don't have to pay for any of it.
Any other questions for Trinity? Okay, thank you so much, Trinity. That was great. Thank you. So our next presenter, or our last presenter here is Tomi. Tomi, you want to share your screen?
Can you guys see this?
Yes.
No.
Can you see it? Is it loading? Is it good?
Yes.
Yes.
Working for me.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Tomi Taiwo. I am a senior at Taylor Autodice. Now, before we start, you guys can just unmute your mic and just answer. What are you guys doing to be more sustainable?
Recycling.
Okay.
Driving less.
Okay. Anybody else?
LED light bulbs.
Yes. Okay. If you guys haven't really guessed from my question, this is not working. My business is gonna be about sustainable. It's not working. I don't know why. Sorry about that.
Use your keyboard. It wasn't working for me either.
Yeah, I'm using, it's like not coming up at all. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I'm really sorry. If you guys haven't really guessed from a hint from the question, the problem that I want to solve is climate change. Climate change is a big issue that the world is trying to solve. And you may or may not know, we have about 9 years to really do anything to change the climate change. And being sustainable can be pretty expensive. Now, to know what my neighbors and what my community is doing here in Pittsburgh, I sent a survey, a climate change survey, and about 40 people responded. And out of 40 people that responded, all of them said that they care about the environment, but about 30% said they're not doing anything or know how to even start. My idea is to change this, is to create a kit that will give people who don't know how to start a starting point. My kit comes in 4 different plans. There is the consultation, which comes with survey and a kit. The survey is just for me to get to know you more, know about your daily routine. That's what the survey is for. And then for implementation, we have kit 3 and equipment. For Kai 1, which is just consultation and implementation, we have the survey, kit 1, kit 2, and kit and equipment without the hydroponics in case you don't have time for that. And then we have Kai 2, which is survey, kit 1, 2, and 3, and equipment. And kit 1 is just like a recommend, because you are paying for the consultation. It's just like a recommendation from us that, oh, these are what you can do based on your schedule. Kit 2 really is just like small businesses here in Pittsburgh that you can support. And kit 3 is really just for those with hydroponics. It's for hydroponics and seeds. Our target group. Our target group are female African Americans between the age of 25 and 50. And the reasons why I picked this target group, because they're generally the ones that make sustainable choices for homes and does all the shopping. Currently in PA, we have about 187,000 people in our target group. We're different from other services and products because we're affordable, customizable, we make minimal changes to your daily routine, and we're quick to set up. Our business model, we are business to customer. The cost comes from our kit itself, you know, the hydroponics, the house plants, the motion sensor, that's going to be the cost to set up. And our revenues are going to come from our 4 different plans, which, you know, the consultation, implementation, 1 and 2. This is how we're going to get to, this is how you're going to get to us and to set up our business model continued. Is you're going to contact us about the plan that you want. We set up a time, we send you a survey. Within 24 hours, we will email you the things you should be expecting in the mail. Or if you're choosing a consultation plan, your little kit 1 will be sent in your mail within 24 hours. The 3 next steps that will make us solutions possible is creating our kit, getting funding, advertising to potential customers. And how we'll measure our success is the number of website visits, monthly customers, number of people that reach out for any more information in any of the 4 plans. Our goal is to eventually create a subscription boxes that people can subscribe to. You know, nowadays, popular things, those subscription boxes for snacks that people can just, you know, try snacks each month or each week, things like that. But ours is going to be monthly of just sustainable things that you can try. Instead of your plastic trash bag, you have a plant-based trash bag, things like that. This is the ask. I am asking for $5,000 in fund in the development of the product. For our investors on the call, this is the breakdown, you know, the breakdown for what the fund is going to be used for. And for our potential customers on here, please help us spread the word to your friends and family. Check out our website and subscribe to our email list so that when the story is open, you'll be the first to know. Thank you so much for listening. This is my contact, and I will drop a 1-pager in the chat that just kind of goes over everything that I went through today.
Great. Good job, Tomi. Are there any questions for Tomi?
Tomi, so when you look at where you want this business to be in 5 years, all right, so I think you're going to college, and after that, where do you want it to be 5 years out from right now?
So thank you so much for that question. My original goal was to have a real estate that is sustainable, which means that just by living in our homes or apartments, you are already sustainable without doing any other work. Now, obviously, having a real estate company is such a big steps. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, and some of those knowledge I have not been able to gain just of where I am in life right now. So that is why I am starting at such a small stage that right now we're creating just this kit of just sustainable items that you can start for, so that, you know, little by little we work up to our ultimate goal, which is eventually having the real estate, sustainable real estate.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Wow. Excellent.
Thank you.
Any other questions? I'm sorry.
I could ask another question. So when you consider like your first group of adopters, how are you going to look at going from one group that engages to making them continually engage with you over time?
So one thing that I mentioned a little bit is eventually the subscription boxes, is that for now, we're just starting out with just one box per person. You know, you get this kit of the different things like the hydroponics in case you want to grow your own freshly grown plants at home, and things like plant-based trash cans stuff using plastic. But eventually, you know, we're going to have a social media. So it's always somewhere that we can always engage with our audience. And eventually it's something that we move up to that subscription boxes, because let's be honest, sometimes I am afraid to try out new things. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what if I get this and I don't like it? So now you pretty much have a monthly subscription of different things that you just like sample, but like it's enough to last you like a couple of days, a couple of weeks. So like, oh, okay, that's something that I like. Okay, this is not really my cup of tea, you know, things like that. So that's how we really plan to engage our customers, is that right now, you know, we have a social media. If you have any questions about any of our kit, we're going to try to respond as fast as possible. But eventually we're going to have that subscription boxes that you can do every month.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much.
In your original survey you did, you said you found that 30% were doing nothing sustainable. How do you plan to get in front of that 30%, which is probably the most important?
Yeah, so actually part of that 30% is also included my family, because I forced my mom to take the survey, and my family friends. What I plan to do is that a lot of them is just, okay, let me just speak to my family right now, right? A lot, my family they're just like, oh, well, recycling, but like I always forget recycle days, or like this, but like I don't really know what to get. So like our job in that front of that 30% is like, listen, you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm going to waste money doing this, or, oh, I don't have time to do all this research. By just being part of a plan, especially if you're in that, in the first one, which is the consultation, we create you a kit based on your routine. So we could be, oh, shopping from here, these are the things to add to your house. So you don't have to go out of your way to be doing other research and be like, oh, I don't know, I might go research and it might not be something that works for me. But we create something that works for you based on your routine. Now, obviously, if it's not something that you enjoy, you can always switch it out. It's always a process. We're all learning together and growing. So, you know, we're creating this for you. You don't have to worry about, well, I don't know, what am I supposed to do? Okay, I got this, I got this, I got that. What am I supposed to do with that? We're giving that to you. We're giving you that step. You just have to do the action. All the other things is done for you.
So I'm correct. I believe I'm correct in assuming the real key here is the convenience of it all.
Yes.
Meaning if I already want to do sustainable things, I don't have to waste my time going to Home Depot to get this or going to the nursery to get the plants. You're doing all of that for me and just sending it to me every month.
Yep, you got it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Let's give Tommy a round of applause, and give all of our presenters today a round of applause. These were really great presentations. You put a lot of hard work into them. So we are going to change gears here, and I think we might still be tabulating the scores. But we're going to switch to our awards ceremony in a couple minutes.
If you haven't completed all seven judges have not completed. I know we have a couple that are missing. you could take that time. We are waiting off some scores to come in, but we're close. There's about 3 more that we're waiting to come in. So if you have any questions about the rubric or the form, please let us know.
I have to leave to another meeting, but you guys all did a terrific job. And LaMonica, I'll be in touch to reach out to a couple people who I think I might want to make some introductions for, to some possible mentors for them.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank
great
you.
job, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you
John.
so much for being here. We appreciate you very much. Miss Carla, I could sing an intermission song if you want.
Not singing.
Please don't.
It's not very nice.
I'm sorry. Yes, there's some comments in the chat here. Good job. Proud of us. Good job, Trinity. Thank you for being so positive. Okay.
I was nervous.
You got through it. You did a great job.
I drank like 2 bottles of water, that's why.
If you're not nervous at all, it means you're not trying anything new.
Okay. So just a reminder that we are our prize levels. So we have a grand prize of $500 for our top prize. And our first runner-up is $350. And our second runner-up is $250. And then we have a $100 honorable mention. And our students have been working so hard over these last 8 weeks. They've been completing a lot of different assignments and hands-on activities. So we are also awarding stipends to students who have completed the program in full as well. So there'll be an extra award for each student who completed the full program in addition to the prize. How are we doing, Miss Carla? You're on mute.
I'm missing the score for Reynald. If the one judge that didn't do Reynald, can you redo hers, please?
Richard.
Wait. If you could just take a second to do that. We're just missing that one.
Was it me?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I missed it. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's for Reynald.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you. We should have had the Jeopardy music here.
I offered to sing. I take requests.
I know you do, and you would do it too, Jeremy. And I said before they started that you all were awesome. You were even more awesome in the actual pitch. I am so, so proud of you guys. You just made School to Career look amazing. Thank you very much. You made Miss LaMonica look amazing. She worked so hard. So thank you. And thank you, University of Pittsburgh CEC, and all these incredible judges that are here this evening supporting you. So I think we have all scores.
I'm almost there.
Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there.
And I just want to say sorry, I'm going between 2 computers right now so that I can be presenting the certificates at the end. But I just want to say quickly, of course, to echo Miss Carla's sentiment, thank you so much to Ms. LaMonica and to our judges for joining us. I know that you are all very busy professionals in your own right, and we really appreciate you taking the time to spend with us and usher in a new generation of entrepreneurs and professionals. But I really want to, I know this is a tagline you've heard from me before, but all of our participants and our CEOs, I am not surprised, but I am still incredibly impressed. And I know that I am, as my mother would say, quelling with pride over you all right now. And I hope that you are similarly beaming with pride in yourselves, because you worked really hard and it shows. So regardless of the outcome, you know, I know I'm a hipster, but y'all are all winners in my book. So,
yeah. And I want to say that I was really impressed with the presenters. They really articulated their ambition, especially for their age. I was gonna, a couple of them, wonder how old they are. I think they're perpetrating there. I think they're older than what they say, you know. But I want to say that I would be only too happy to be you all's banker and give you financial guidance if you need it. You come up and we can take you, we could be the training wheels on the bike for you in terms of budgeting and pulling your finances together and how to go forward with it. So I would love to do that.
Yeah. I want to echo that same sentiment from the URA. I think there's a lot that we can do to support these youth entrepreneurs. And so, LaMonica, if you want to get in touch with me about a couple of different strategies that could maybe even increase the pool here today, I might be more than willing to look at that and to try to help support all these entrepreneurs on some level.
Hey, thank you so much, both of you. Thank you. So while we're waiting, I'm going to share my screen again here. And just some thank yous. This program would not have been possible without our university and community practitioners who gave of their time freely to mentor the students, and also gave wonderful presentations that explained many of these startup topics to the students over the 8-week period. We had some really great presentations from CEOs, from entrepreneurs in residence, from our open lab folks. Without their work, this program would not have been possible. So I want to give a thank you to all of our practitioners that participated in this. Are we almost ready, Miss Carla? Do we have a clear winner? Just a couple more minutes, everybody. Thank you for holding on.
Please continue to hold while the results are being tabulated.
Did anyone notice that it's still light outside?
Every day.
Like, this is great. It's almost 6 and it's still blazing sun outside my window right now.
My birthday is the winter solstice, and my brother always tells me that his favorite day of the year is my birthday because it keeps getting lighter. And I was like, oh, that's why it's your favorite day. Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
It may have been because it's the shortest day of the year, too.
Yeah. I actually spent about 4 or 5 hours working outside today. It was amazing. Just so great.
Mr. Jeremy, you should have the envelope.
I have just received it. Give me a moment to pull it up, and I will hopefully do a better job than a couple of choice presenters in recent years did.
Yes, please. And it was extremely close between our grand prize and our first prize winner. I will say that it was literally 1 point. Just one. It was a very tight race. You all, like I said, were awesome. And as Mr. Witherspoon said, don't let the standing and the competition deter you. You all did an amazing job, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Carla, unfortunately, sorry, I was going on the wrong computer. Unfortunately, it seems that there was a formatting error and everything is coming through on wingdings on my end. So I may request that you share and I announce, if you don't mind. I apologize very much, everybody, for the technical difficulties. I did not think that it would be such an issue to open a PowerPoint presentation.
I anticipated such a thing. So we are going to start with honorable mention. I will share my screen. You ready?
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Carla.
All right. The honorable mention, you may go ahead and announce, Mr. Jeremy.
Are you sharing your screen?
I will in a second, as soon as you say it.
Oh, I like I said, it was all wingdings. I can't even read it. So, all right. So first honorable mention for this evening, certificate of completion, honorable mention awarded to Ms. Trinity Madison. To certify that they completed to satisfaction the Lunchroom Entrepreneur Competition. Can we have a round of applause from Ms. Trinity Madison? Wonderful job.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, Ms. Carla, is this an honorable mention as well, or is this a—
This is third place, runner-up.
Third place, okay, so third place, we have our third place going to Reynald Durham. Thank you so much for your wonderful ideas and your dedication. Really, really wonderful work, everybody.
Thank you.
So that was third runner-up, right?
Oh, third runner-up,
So
okay.
technically not third place.
Yeah, fourth place, third runner-up, okay. For second runner-up, we have Ms. Tomi Taiwo. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication. It seems as though, well, we might only have one grand prize winner, that there are options and opportunities available for all of you within our wonderful and generous panel of judges. So it's all a win. Okay, so coming up with our first runner-up, we have Jasmir Bates. Congratulations to you. Wonderful, wonderful job. The kin of Duncan. I don't know if you make extra large size, but I might have to pick up a couple of those from my pups. So you have a new customer coming in here. Congratulations to you. And that means that I believe our grand prize winner, Reynald Durham. Congratulations to you. It's a wonderful, wonderful concept for diabetic help on the, or diabetic support on the go. Has a lot of opportunity for growth. We are very, very proud of you. Congratulations, Reynald.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations to the honorable mentions and winners, but congratulations to everybody, of course. Just the fact that you participated in this program put so much time, so much energy, and so much heart and soul into these ideas and these pitches, and in such a selfless manner. You know, not starting a private business, but starting very often nonprofits and service-based programs. I'm just incredibly proud and incredibly honored to have had the opportunity to work with all of you. So can we have a microphones on round of applause for all of our participants, please?
Congratulations.
Woohoo! You were amazing. Congratulations.
This
did an amazing job.
This really made my day. It really, yes.
Mine too. The future is in good hands.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
I mean, all we keep hearing about, everybody, is you know, on the news, and all everyone's talking about is all of the things that aren't going the way that we want them to in the world right now. But the fact that you all at such a young age are already dedicated to making a difference, I know instills me with a lot of hope for the future. And I know that I'm not the only one who needs that bright light right now. And thank you all for being that bright light and being that hope for our future. Very, very proud of you all.
Good job.
Good job,
if you all want to put your cameras on, I would love to take a picture. Well, a screen print. Just so that we all have them on all at one time. Lamaya,
what did you just say, Ms.
if you all could turn your cameras on right now, Lamaya, just so that we have a photo of, you know, at least a screen grab or a recording with everybody's camera on at one time if you can. This will be, I think this is your video. I'm not sure, LaMonica. I don't know if it's going to go on the School to Career website or on Pitt's website or on the
whoever
CDC.
started the recording.
Oh, it's mine then. Okay.
Then, yeah.
I'll share it with you. If you do not want to be recorded, we will definitely put a password on here and we'll send you a copy. It won't go on our YouTube page. Anybody else? Lamaya, are you able to put your camera on? Well, we will take what we can get. Again, I can't thank you enough. If you're not directly in School to Career, make sure you send me your address so we can mail payments out. They will be requested on Friday. So thank you, thank you, thank you. They're not, you know, we do have to go through an accounting process. Don't expect them on Saturday. We have mentioned before, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks. So please, again, you should be very proud of your accomplishments today. I cannot say how happy I am to see how hard you all worked. And again, I said I wanted to invest in most of these businesses, so don't lose my number. You all did great. Thank you, judges. You all were awesome. I really appreciate I'm glad to see everyone. So thank you again for being here to support this wonderful group of young people.
All right. Have a good day, all.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you all so much.
Congratulations.
All righty.
Good night.
Do we leave too?
If you're